to another episode of the Scaling Brokerage Podcast. Andre's been kind enough to bless us with some of his time today. So I'll kick it right off to Andre. I'll let you get started and tell the people a little bit about yourself and your business.
Yes, I appreciate the opportunity. My name is Andre Cobb with ARC Real Estate. I've been doing real estate for about 13 years now. Currently in the market in North Carolina. I've been in this market for about 5 years. I've been doing, kind of work with investors. I'm investor friendly. I work with, I'm in the triad and the triangle. I work within about a 3-hour radius of Greensboro, North Carolina, which is central. So I work with a lot of investors. I do a lot of land deals. We do consultation services. We even work with businesses as well. So I do have, hands in with mergers and acquisitions and stuff like that. So we are expanding out. We're trying to. I've been a broker in charge for closely about 3 years now. So. So that's pretty much the gist of it with me. So I've got a lot going on right now. We've been really active. Things are starting to pick up for us. So
awesome. Hey, glad to hear that. We'll take us back a little bit. Take us to how did you get started in real estate? What was kind of your first step in?
My first step in, I started in California. That was where I first got my license. But I wanted to get acclimated into doing more transactions as far as I wanted to get more transactions. I was dealing with a lot of renters out there in LA. Okay. So I decided I wanted to get more sales under my belt. So I decided to come to the East Coast, and North Carolina was a lot easier for me to reciprocate my license here. I was going to go to Georgia because I had family there and friends and stuff like that. So I probably thought about going there, but I really didn't like it as much. North Carolina seemed to be a little bit easier for me to get established. And so that's how I ended up here. It was pretty much an arbitrary decision to come here.
That's awesome. Well, and along the way, it's from when you got started to where you're at now, have you ran into any challenges? Anything that you feel like has really slowed you down in your real estate career that maybe you might have some advice for on the other side?
There was some. We had a lot of things with COVID. Of course, we have some. Yeah. That was a big time in the market where it just dropped and tanked. I got a call about this. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. So it was just that was the biggest part. That was the most challenging part, was getting through COVID. But everything else seemed to be okay. I got into real estate right after the first tank, when it first dipped in 2009. I got my license in about 2012. That was what motivated me actually to get my license. Was because there was a lot of things that were going through with the foreclosures, and I wasn't living in Las Vegas at the time, and I was way too late. But that was one of the main reasons why is right after the first tank that we had, I decided to get into real estate. But the biggest challenging thing was COVID, I'd have to say.
Absolutely. And well, what were some of the things that, I know, we moved into more of the virtual space, buyers and sellers, agents all getting more used to kind of that work from home or buying or selling from home as well. How were you able to adapt? Being a broker, how were you able to, really make that transition and try to help others as we did as well?
Yeah. I had to figure out a different way of doing things. We started to do virtual tours a lot. We started working with that. And so that was like a new thing for me, was because I was really into just like meeting people, being into the community and things of that nature. But now I had to like switch the whole game up, and everything went virtual. Even Zoom meetings, like doing meetings virtually and things of that nature. Everything was just, that was the main adaptation that I had to adapt to. And but again, when we first started in real estate, Zillow and Realtor.com was really just getting active.
Yeah.
Everybody had a traditional brokerage before. That was when I first got into real estate, and then it started getting into just the internet boom, pretty much.
Yeah.
So people were looking online for their own housing and looking for buying it, looking for their own sourcing out. They started doing virtual. I actually was working for a company. My second brokerage that I worked for was a virtual company. They had a virtual office, which was real brokerage. And I think EXP has the same kind of concept where virtual. Yeah. So, there's a lot of that. There was a lot of that going on. Right now there's kind of a new transition with AI. It seems like, I don't know there's probably going to be some new things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be some new concepts. So I look forward to it. It's just a new adaptation, kind of a new way of looking at things in marketing and advertising.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And to transition right into that, do you do anything right now to, on the marketing side, on the advertising side, to get the word out there, tell agents in the area kind of what your value is there, what we're all about?
The main thing I'm doing right now is I'm doing direct messaging. I just send everything by mail out, emails and phone calls. I don't have a lot of signage. I'm not doing anything. I'm doing banners online. I don't have YouTube videos. I'm not doing a lot of social media networking, but I am doing a lot of mail outs. That's just how I do direct mail.
I got you. And have you looked in anything, for 2025 as far as systems, anything to help you out on that marketing side?
I haven't really looked at anything yet. I will be. I kind of want to do more AI type of thing. I want to look into that. But, again, I want to mainly what I'd like to do is I would like to develop my own system. I have a system that I use, and I want to be able to program it into what I need and then funnel it exactly how I want it done. I just need to get that development done. That's going to be I'm going to do that at the end of the year. That's
absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice. And well, another good transition there. I mean, what does the future kind of hold for you? Is that obviously getting, some kind of AI set up this year you mentioned, but do you have anything else that is really, a main goal for you in 2025 here?
I partnered up with a builder just recently. So I want to start working on developments.
Oh,
so yeah. So that's the main thing. I don't know how long that's going to take, but we're talking about it, and we're talking about, buying some land and then, converting it over and then building out and starting from horizontal to vertical, and then, renting out those units and probably doing some resales. But yeah, this year I'm mainly focusing on developments. Yeah.
Nice. Are you doing anything on the recruiting side? Like, are you going to have to bring in more agents to kind of help you facilitate some of those deals, or is that something you're more than likely take care of yourself?
I'm probably going to do it a little bit by myself for now. I don't know if I'm going to be recruiting any agents. It's not something that I'm really focused on. But it takes have a lot of tools to be able to train everybody the way that they should be trained, and all the resources that they would need. I have to be able to be in all of the MLSs, which I would like to be. There's a lot of things that I have to check mark off before I say that I'm fully ready. I might take on a couple right now, but I wouldn't take on a whole bunch.
Understand. Nice. Well, and then we kind of touch on the future, for this year. Where do you see yourself, 4 or 5 years down the road? I know we're in 2025 now, so when we get closer to 2030, which sounds crazy, sounds like the future, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I'd say 20.
But I mean, what is that future? The 4 to 5 years down the road, where would you like to see yourself? Where would you like to see the business?
Oh gosh, it's how I would like to see it. I'd like to see it myself in at least 4 different states. Also, I would like to be partnered up with have a mortgage company as well. There's a lot of things I kind of want to do. There's some things that I'm working on, but that's kind of what I'm focusing on right now. Having the build out with the developments, doing my mergers and acquisitions, and then being in about 3 or 4 different states.
Nice. Well, I know I've spoken with quite a few brokerages or brokerage owners in the past that have that, either some type of JV deal set up with the mortgage side, or they have some kind of agreement. But that can be huge, for getting the most out of every transaction.
Yes.
Is that something you've looked into? You're just curious. Or is that something that was that something that like interests you, or would you bring on more agents to get more deals to maybe be able to get into an agreement with the JV team? Or mortgage team? Where you at on that? I was just curious, and not a lot of brokerages bring that. Not a lot of brokerage owners, I should say, bring that up. So I was just curious.
I have a partnership with First National Bank right now.
Oh, nice.
That's one of the banks that I'm partnered up with, mainly because they have a lot of tools available in North Carolina that they have for down payment assistance programs. So I have a partnership that they kind of work out with me. They work with a lot of down payment assistance programs. They have seminars and things of that nature for first time home buyers, and I go and I speak at those events. Um, yeah, so that's the only company I'm currently working with. But I did think about getting my own mortgage company set aside and partner in doing like a JV with my own mortgage company. But that is something I was thinking about doing. I was taking the courses for it. Just haven't gotten around to taking the test yet. So
That's awesome. Well, that's awesome. And then do you have any advice for, maybe someone getting started in today's market, on the agent side, on the broker side, any advice that you give them, getting started today?
If you're going to be getting into real estate, being in North Carolina, you're going to have to be a professional broker. So you do have to work under someone. If you do, try to hook up with some kind of lead source. If you're going to get into working with a lead source, make sure you set up a system. I don't know if the broker you have set up that you already have working with it, but it is important to set one up. It took me a couple of years to finally set up a good system and figure out what works and what doesn't work, and the things to say, and what the client doesn't like and what they need. And I pretty much do right. I pretty much, after I can talk to somebody for about 5 minutes, I know what they need and know what they want, and know how to get them going on their transactions. But yeah, it's the most important thing, is finding it, being under a good system. And whatever, even if you pay, like for me, I did pay out for some training myself, since I was with a firm that offered a lot of resources, but then I also paid for my own. If you could find a good company or a good training outside source, then I would say take the jump, and it's good. It's worth it, So
Absolutely. I know, couldn't agree more. And even even some of the biggest or highest respected people that we can think of, they have coaches training as well, like Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg. They all have coaches as well. So it's something that is helpful for us in every aspect of life.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Andre, tell the people a little bit about where can they find you if they're looking to get in contact with you. Maybe residential deals, maybe when we're recruiting in the future, they want to get in touch with you. What would be a good social media? Where could they find you at?
Oh, you can go to join-arc.com. That's my website. You can also contact me at 336-210-6291. That's my phone number. That's the best number to reach me at. That's just my cell. I do have an office phone that I just got signed up with. I have an answering service, but everything gets forwarded to them through my phone. So if you have anything you want to reach me at, just go to those websites, and we'll gladly, listen to anything you have going, and we can JV and partner up on some deals.
Love it. I love it. Well, hey, we'll have everything linked down below. So if you guys like to get in touch with Andre, we'll have a phone number. We'll have the website. We'll have everything linked down there for you guys. Hey, that was really awesome. We appreciate you coming out today and giving us different perspective on real estate too. With some of the land deals as well. So that was really cool, Andre. Thank you for coming out today.
All right, Jake. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.